fellow Toastmasters, and dear guests. Good evening and welcome to meeting number 39 of Anglo-Arab Toastmaster Club. It's a great pleasure to have you all here today and hope you enjoy our meeting. For today's meeting, we have some ground rules I wish be observed. Number one, be sure that your mics are muted while the speakers are on the stage. If you have questions, please use the raise hand button to show that you want to participate.
Hello, DTM Sahar. Okay, I think she's disconnected. Okay, I'll continue. So please keep your good evening, everyone. Welcome to the 39th meeting of Anglo-Arab Toastmasters Club. Welcome, Toastmasters Club, my fellow club members and our distinguished guests. So let's start our 39th meeting with a few ground rules. Let's keep our mobiles on silent so that we are not disturbing the speakers who are on the podium. Let's read the club mission. I can say only in English. In Arabic, I can read if there is a screen in front of me. Okay, we have Sahar back. So I'll read the English and she will read the Arabic. We provide. Please unmute and follow me.
Okay.
We provide.
We provide
A supportive and positive.
a supportive and positive
Learning experience.
learning experience
In which members are empowered.
in which members are empowered
To develop communication and leadership skills.
to develop communication and leadership skills,
Resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth.
greater self-confidence and personal growth.
So thank you. And okay, she wants me to read? No, I'll try. Okay. Risalat.
Risalat.
Okay, Wafa, please you go ahead.
Okay. رسالة أندية التوستماسترز تقديم تجربة تعليمية
شوية دقيقة
كلمة أوكي.
كلمة
تقديم تجربة تعليمية إيجابية محفزة وداعمة لتطوير مهارات التواصل والقيادة لجميع الأعضاء مما يؤدي إلى رفع درجة الثقة بالنفس
درجة
الثقة بالنفس والنمو على المستوى الشخصي. Okay, back to you, President.
Thank you. So I'll take over as president now. So welcome once again, and I'm really happy to announce that from today we are starting a new kind of session in our meetings, which is inviting a person who is a motivator for others to improve their lives. So today we have Dr. Dawood for that. Welcome, Dr. Dawood, and we will be hearing you soon. So I am hoping that we will all be gaining from this kind of experience that we are getting in this club. It's perhaps one of the first clubs to invite such an influencer, such a motivator in one of the regular meetings. So let's gain from this. And I am happy to see today's theme of the day, even though the Toastmaster of the day will be introducing it, but I cannot stop myself because it's such a such an inspiring theme. Victory is in the try. So unless you try, you cannot think of winning. So trying is the first and the most essential step if you are even dreaming to win. Very inspiring. And with that, I would like to give the podium without wasting any more time to our wonderful coach and Toastmaster of the evening, Toastmaster Asmaa Al-Enezi. She's a relatively new Toastmaster, but I'm really impressed by her journey, by her commitment, by her sincerity, and by her will to learn, will to go forward. She takes up all roles in whatever clubs I have seen. I initially had seen her as a shy, a young president of Jahara Elite Toastmasters, and then now we are seeing her everywhere. She's in Kuwait Advanced Toastmasters. She's in area contests, club contests. So
Amer.
let us welcome Toastmaster Asmaa Al-Enezi, a versatile, vibrant speaker as our Toastmaster of the evening. The podium is yours, Toastmaster Asmaa.
Thank you so much, our wonderful president, DTM Alka Kumra. Dear fellow Toastmasters and most esteemed guests today, it is my privilege and the pleasure to welcome you all to the Anglo-Arab Toastmasters Club. For the benefit of the guests, I would like to explain the structure of the meeting. The meeting is divided into 4 segments. The first segment is keynote speech, where our guest will be delivering a motivational speech. The second part is the educational workshop, which will be conducted by Professor Teacher Imaduldeen Amer. The third part is the table topics segment, where members can practice thinking and speaking on their feet. Guests are welcome to participate in this segment as well. The fourth and final part is the evaluation segment, in which each segment of the meeting will be evaluated by the general evaluator and his team. Now, everyone has a source of inspiration. To me, my inspiration is the smallest insect. It is the ant. It is small, but it is very wise. Have you ever observed an ant when it moves up or down the wall? Have you watched their strong will and determination to reach their goals despite their constant struggle? Have you watched their daily behavior closely? Well, this tiny is very hardworking, intelligent, and unstoppable creature. This tiny taught me that victory is in the try, which is our theme today. It works intelligently and bravely, and it never gives up. Now, as the Toastmaster of the day, it is my duty to introduce the rule bearers who will assist me in the running of today's meeting. Please help me welcome our General Evaluator for tonight's meeting, DTM Murali Manohar.
Good evening, Toastmasters, and good evening, Toastmaster of the Day.
Yeah.
I'm very happy to be today our General Evaluator. As a General Evaluator, my role is to see the proceedings from the beginning till the end, and I will be coming out during the evaluation session to give my feedback along with my team of people. Thank you, and over to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you so much, DTM Murali. To keep track of the time spent by each speaker, please help me welcome the timer for tonight's meeting, DTM Mahmoud Hassan. DTM Mahmoud Hassan, are you there?
I am here. Good evening, all.
Would you please explain your rule?
Okay. My role in the meeting is to set time and offer it to the meeting organizer whenever he asks for it. دوري اليوم هو الميقاتي، فأنا اليوم أقوم بضبط وقت الاجتماع بالكامل، ثم أعطي تقرير الوقت لرئيس الاجتماع متى طلب مني ذلك. Back to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you so much, DTM Mahmoud Hassan. Now, our next player is the grammarian of the day, Toastmaster Iman Kanso. Would you please introduce yourself and explain your role, Toastmaster Iman?
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day. Today, I'll be having two roles. The first one is the grammarian and the second one is the Ah-counter. As a grammarian, I would love to introduce the word of the day, which is mastery. So I would love if you all would unmute yourselves and say it out loud. Mastery. Yes, that's right. So the meaning of mastery is comprehensive knowledge or skill in a particular subject or activity. And for example, we have here, she played with some mastery. Your mastery in cooking amazed me. They want to invest in her noticeable mastery. Please use it frequently in your table topic session or in your prepared speeches. And as an Ah-counter, I would love to start with telling you the advice of breathe and use them less, the crutch sounds and the filler words. Crutch sounds such as ahs, ums, and uhs will be counted, as well as filler words and, so, well, but, and, you know. From now on, I'll be counting each and every one's crutch sounds and filler words, along with noting how many of you would actually use the word of the day. Thank you so much, and back to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you. Now, our guest tonight is very special. His story is an incredible one. He lost his only dream because of a traffic accident, but he never gave up, and he decided to follow a new passion. Now he is #1 as Ma'dhoon, or marriage officiant. He is also Sharia advisor and professor instructor at Kuwait International Law School. He is also the founder and general manager of Taiba Consultations. He is a great example of someone who didn't give up. Please give a huge welcome to our honorable guest, Dr. Dawood Issa. Dr. Dawood, thank you so much for joining us. I have so much respect and admiration for what you did.
Thank you, Asmaa, for this greeting. And I didn't hear the whistle, by the way. Anyway, it's my honor, and I'm really glad to be with you, ladies and gentlemen, in this kind of a group, the club. I don't know, actually, I don't have an idea about, your club. I just have a general idea. Miss Asmaa, she's more confident on me. She has a good trust on me. That is why she invited me to talk about my story. And it is very long story. I'm trying to shorten it. I don't know why each of you just talk just a bit, and she gave me about half an hour to talk about myself, from where I start and when I did. All of you know, I just saw the message of your club. It's very long message. In my idea, I'm really, it's not my business, but it's in the strategy wise, the message should be very short so everybody he can memorize it. Otherwise, your message it will be lost. All of the teams, they have to memorize the message of this club or this room. So for example, I did. I'm teaching my students too. I'm teaching my student every human, he has to have a message in his life, not just in the work. I have a message to do a good things and to motivate the others. This is my message. I have to do a good things for everybody I encounter, I facing to, and also motivating the new generation. Actually, let me talk about myself. When I start my dream while I'm walking with my friends to the high school, I have a close friend, his name is Bender. He loved airplanes. While we are going to the school, he's always looking to the sky when the aircraft, or the airplane actually, airplane is not the aircraft, the airplane for the civilian, it's flying. He said, this is 474 or 320, Airbus, whatever. I told him, how can you figure out? It's because he loved it. That is why each parent, he has to find out a good friend for his son or his daughter, because there is a big effect from the friends to the son or the daughters, to your son. He effect on my life, I start love the airplanes. When we graduated from the high school, both of us went to Kuwait Airways. It was in 1984. Iman, where were you in that day? Miss Iman, you may be planning, not even existed in your father imagination. Anyway.
Then my mom was 3 years.
Yeah. Anyway, I wish you a good life and a long age. So we went together to Kuwait Airways because both of us, loving how to fly, to be a pilot, both of us. So they gave us an English exam, because they need to know how is our English. By the way, we both of us zero English. We couldn't answer the exam. We couldn't pass the test. I think it was TOEFL or whatever. I don't know. It was very old. So we got both of us zero. So we get disappointed. And the instructor in Kuwait Airways, he was laughing to us and he said, guys who are looking for pilots, go away, find out another work. Don't think about to be a pilot. I told my friend Benda, don't worry, let's go to the Air Force because they have an also aircraft. We can be a pilot in that sector. So we went, both of us, to Kuwait Airways, and we applied to be an officers, a pilot in Kuwait Air Force. They reject my friend, but they accept me because he was short, less than 165 centimeter, because there is a parameters, or there is some height and weight, and your vision, it has to be 6 out of 6 or whatever. So I started that day, joined in the Kuwait Air Force, which is with the army. I start, and after 45 days, they usually taking the pilot from the students there, and they asked them to apply an English exam. Also, I took 0 out of 100. So they said, you guys still need to stay in the camp until you graduate as a lieutenant. I stayed 2 years in Kuwait College, Army College, which they call it Ali As-Salim Sabah College. I graduated as first lieutenant. The Kuwait Air Force sent me to an institution that teaching English inside the army, inside the Kuwait Air Force. It is the army together in the same complex, in the same college. I tried to improve my English. So I tried to memorize every day 10 words. So I'm just writing in Arabic and in English. I'm trying. I don't have a good background because teaching from child is not teaching as in, are big. So I'm trying to get the, as much as I can, the words that it get, it passed me the exam so I can try to fly and to be a pilot. I'm studying, it's close to the British Council criteria or the same way how they are teaching. Every 2 weeks, they have an exam. So I'm proving. I took, after 2 months, I took 70 out of 100 in English in the exam. But I'm still not that good in English, but I'm trying to be good because I don't have that much practice in the social life. I'm just practicing my English in the career I'm looking forward to. So after 2 weeks, I got an 80 out of 100. So the United States Embassy in Kuwait, they said he can go to United States to study as a pilot in United States Air Force bases. They sent me there before the Kuwait invasion. I studied there. I graduated before the invasion, or before the invasion, 1 month, the invasion happened. So I came to Kuwait, but I didn't graduate. I didn't took the wing yet. So I sneak in to Kuwait while the invasion there, and I stay with my family because my family, they were worried about me. I sneak in from Saudi Arabia with my friends. I stay a month and a half. After that, my father, he said, Dawood, you have to get out from Kuwait because I'm really afraid of you. I'm afraid that Iraq, they will catch you. You are second lieutenant now. You may be a pilot, so you have to go out. So I sneak out again. They took my passport. I stay in Saudi Arabia for 2 months, just looking for a permission to go back to United States. The Kuwait embassy gave me a new passport. They gave me a new visa. So I went back to the United States and I stayed there 3 months and I get graduated as a pilot. Now, I am a pilot in Kuwait Air Force. I was the first student. I took the first stage with my friends. I went back to Kuwait, but Kuwait, it is have whole base is collapsed. It's destroyed by the war. So they said you have to go back to United States, another course with your friend, fly with the Navy. Don't fly with the Air Force. Now we will send you with the Navy because the type of the aircraft we have that time, it's an A4. They call it A4, which is attacker fighter plane aircraft. So I stayed there for another year, flying with the United States Navy. In this year, 1993, I'm, just thinking about myself. I'm thinking about my beard because I'm following the Islamic rules and this and this. So I'm trying, start to grow out my beards again, I graduate I came back. Also, I was the first one on the team that's been sent from Kuwait government, and the United States Navy, they sent a thanking letter to Kuwait Air Force for me under my name. This is the First Lieutenant Dawood Issa. He was a great and so on. Anyway, so also in 1993, still Kuwait, they are rebuilding this. They said, okay, you guys have to go back to fly the Hawk airplane, which is a British airplane. It was also training aircraft in Kuwait. It's been moved to United Emirates. So I moved there and I start the course with them. In this year, I get married with my wife. She's my cousin too. She stayed with me in United Emirates. We stay a year almost in Abu Dhabi, Al Dhafra airspace. I finished the first one in my class. Also, I took the first, rank in that course too. So I was the first one. The squadron officer, he sent me back to Kuwait to have a vacation, 3-4 days, and I'll be back. So I'll continue with my friend to be finished, because I finished, but they still have 3-4 flights to go. So he sent me back to Kuwait. While I'm coming back to Kuwait, I had an accident. I had a car accident with my wife. While I'm driving, it was very late at night. I was really tired because my strategy to sit up from the dawn, from the Fajr up to the, Isha time to sleep. But that day I continue driving. I have a car accident face to face with a big truck. So the big truck hit my car and hit my arm, and it took my whole arm. So my left hand is being cut. It's been, up limb, it's been cut. I moved to King Fahd Hospital that night, and thanks to Allah, Allah saved me. They saved me from the accident, the place where I did the accident, to the hospital, about 85 kilometers, which is almost an hour. I'm bleeding. So when I arrived to King Fahd Hospital, they thought I'm not going to be alive. So they said, okay, I have my liver being cut, 3 centimeters, my face is being cut, my hand is being cut, so I'm almost dead. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, his destiny said, all right, that I'll be alive. So I stay in the hospital for a month. After that, I start to, wake up. And that day when I, opened my eyes and I saw all the nurses around me, I'm thinking I'm in the paradise because all white and the thing. So I've asked the nurse where I am, and they said, you are in the hospital, you have a car accident. I thanked Allah that I'm alive, and still having my beard, because it was long though. I was the only one in the squadron with a long beard. The squadron officer, he always telling me, Lieutenant Dawood, why you don't shave your beard? I said, I'm a good Muslim. I'm following my Islamic rules. So I don't, tease me about this. Don't emphasize, don't accuse me of this kind of things. So I stay there for a month and so on. I thank Allah. It is very hard. It's very hard to move from peak to peak. When you try to reach your peak, maybe it will be easy. You can fight for it. And if you would like to stay in the peak, it is very hard too. It is very easy to go down. But if you would like to go from peak to peak, it is more harder than what you think. And that night, I was thinking, what should I do after this? An accident. I lost my left limb. I was thinking, because I'm a religion following, you know, I love all the Sharia rules, to know the details about the Sharia rules. So I told myself, why should I restart my studying in the university? So I went to the university, apply my paper, and they said, we cannot accept a certificate. It passed more than 5 years. So you have to do a re-exam in the high school. I say, why not? When I went to the high school, the Ministry of Education, they said, you have to go to the third and the high school, third and the high. I said, no problem. So I really start studying again Sharia, what they call it, Sharia specialist. After that, I get a more 75% out of 100. So I went to Sharia college in Kuwait. I started to be Sharia student. I was old, married. I was, with the new students. They are very young, but at that time, I was captain. I ordered to retire so I can continue my studying. So I retired in 1997, I'm sorry. I retired in 1997, so I start to study again in the shop. I was telling myself, if you sitting without anything, you will do a sin. So you have to do yourself either studying, reading, doing something good. Otherwise, you will do a bad thing. If you stay without good work, you will do a bad thing. In Arabic, النفس إن لم تشغلها بالخير شغلتك بالشر. This is the life. So we have to work nicely. Anyway, so I graduate in 2002. First of all, I went to the Ministry of Judge, which is the Wizard Al-Adl. I told them I would like to be a contract marriage officer, what they call it, Ma'dun Shar'i or Mallaj. And they say, yeah, you're most welcome. They gave me an exam. I passed the exam. They gave me what they call it, the marriage contract. This is the one. So I'm doing. So you can follow me in Instagram under Dawood bin Issa in Arabic. Dal waw wahda, dal alif waw, dal Dawood bin Issa. And you see that is my activity daily, actually. That is, I'm doing some marriage contract. I did a lot of marriage in the different nationality, India, Bangladesh, from United States, from Palestine, from Jordan, from Lebanon, from Kuwait, from others. I haven't highlighted. I get a little bit, a specialist in this in my social life. After that, I start to work on the financial what they call it, Islamic financial transaction system. I love the Islamic transaction. In that year, I think in that year, I knew Asmaa. I remember Asmaa in this year, 2004, 2007, 2005. I don't know.
2008.
Okay, 2008. This time I knew Asmaa. She was helping me in translating in English. She's better than me a lot. Anyway, so I tried to work in the Islamic financial transaction system, going a marriage contract. Also, I didn't mention that is I am a mosque leader. Imam and Khatib, a speech in the Jum'ah. Also, I'm leading a masjid. So I have in this combination or different specialist, I told myself I have to arrange my time to give every time. this for the work, and this is for the masjid, and this is for the marriage contract, and this is for my life, and this is for my wife, and this is for, and this. I'm arranging myself until 2014. 2014, I told myself, I joined one of the country, a company, they call it Shura company, as for Sharia consultation. I established a new company, they call it Teba Consultation. I was working with them, but as a manager, I told myself, and this is one thing, if you stay in the same position for a long period of time, you are killing yourself. So you have to move on. Don't sit, as a manager for when, until when. You have to go. You cannot go be a general manager. You cannot be so you have to move another way. So I decide to continue my education. So I applied to have a master in Kuwait College. They accepted me, and I took 3.83 out of 4, which is excellent, alhamdulillah. And I'm the only one have a professor from my friends, they have still studying up till this moment. And they started with me 2014. I took the PhD in 2019, and they are still studying. I have 2-year working in the K Law, which is Kuwait International Law School, and they are still studying. They are younger than me. I'm 55 years old, and they are more about 30s, and they still, studying. Why? Because I'm thinking I'm not wasting my time. I'm arranging my time. When I'm praying Fajr, I have to do something. After I finish at 8, 9 o'clock, I have to do another thing. I'm arranging, I'm putting, by the way, let me show you this is my, this is my plan, my plan board. My wife, she is really, bored because she's saying everywhere schedule. And I think this is the way how you success yourself. Otherwise, you will not move from peak to peak. This is the thing you have to think. If you reach the point where you would like to, don't think and don't stay in that position. Remember what I'm saying. If you stay in the same position for a long period of time, you are killing yourself. You have to move higher stage, or you have to go to another peak. So in that day, I finished my PhD after 2 years. I went to Jordan to continue the PhD, and I finished in 2.5 years. And I have my PhD message, or they call it Risala, or أطروحة, it is under governance, which is the governance, it's the trend in the life in now. The governance, Al-Hawkama, which is very new word for the specialist in law or in Sharia or in the economic, whatever. And I printed in Lebanon under Al-Hawkama wa Tatbiqatuha, and it's been selling now in Hawali on all the bookstore. In this time, or at this moment, I'm proud of myself, by the way, in the way what I did. There is a lot of things happen in my life. It's very hard to explain it now, because I'm trying to write in my life. In Arabic title, it has a slogan like طيار بلا جناح قصة كفاح. But in English, I don't know how you will pronounce it, Asmaa, because in Arabic it's very attractive title, but I don't know. It's in English. It's going to be
autobiography.
Say again.
Autobiography.
No.
It's an idiom.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No.
Okay.
So Asmaa, Can you say it in English, the title, or does it has a slogan?
Yeah, it literally means a pilot without a plane.
Wow.
Yeah, or we can say it's just like a bird without wing.
Oh, you can a pilot without a wing. Yeah, a pilot without a wing is not a without. A pilot without a wing, huh?
Yeah.
Story of that's the life. So, but it's in Arabic, it has a good slogan because it will be attractive. طيار بلا جناح. How come it's جناح with the طيار? طيار, he doesn't have a wing. The airplane has a wing. So this is kind of attractive, title. It's like a story. It's idiom, like what's Iman or Iman says. That is an idiom. It's show us. I'm trying to present the way it's my life and how I get in this point. Now I'm teaching every course more than 150 students, ladies and gentlemen, and they are really pleased the way I'm teaching them, and also the information I'm giving them, because they said this is very important to know about the Islamic financial transaction. I have an experience with it for more than 18 years, and also I have experience in the law, the social law, or the law, personal law in Kuwait, because I have more than 18 years also doing the contract, asking about the marriage and divorce and whatever. This is in general my story, my small story, but I think it has good motivation. My son and my daughters, they are proud. They are seeing their fathers is moving from from stage to the stage, and everybody now looking at Dr. Dawood and say, great, Dr. Dawood, you are doing well. Always they are talking with their friends and their sons. Look, Dr. Dawood, he was a pilot. Now he's a doctor. He didn't give up. He moved on. He didn't stop. He didn't waste his time, because if he wastes his time, he will never reach this point. So that is my point here, to get the spirit, which is don't waste your time, because if you waste your time, you will lose. At this moment, I think, Asmaa, I cover some things that is motivate somebody, or some, the group here, and maybe I think if I couldn't present it very well as you like, excuse me.
No.
And I'm trying. This is in English. I wish I could say it in Arabic, but you guys asked about it in English.
Yeah, you did a great job. Okay, can we start now a question and answers session? Please post your questions on a chat box, or you can raise your hand and ask Dr. Dawood. I have a question for you. If you could change the past, would you?
Well, how come? I love the past and I love the present. Both of them, both of them. I love them. So I will not change anything, because both of them it's been great for me.
Anyone have a question?
Okay. Can I ask?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. What would you wish now to do more further, or what do you feel you haven't done yet and you want to do it something more than what, sometimes you do something and then still we are human. We keep wishing and keep trying things to do more and more and more and more. What is it that you are lacking?
To be honest, I'm not talking about the religion wise. I'm talking, I wish, invest in real estate.
Oh, okay. Good luck.
Because I'm seeing in my experience, the real estate is the best investing. This I never see.
Okay, we have a question from Alka, the president, Alka Kumra. Dr. Dawood, did you feel low at any point of time when you were going through tough times?
Actually, this is the, the things that Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala gave me, because I'm always, while I'm, a student, while I was always thinking, thanking Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala. I'm always saying Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah, because I have a belief of the destiny. If you don't believe in destiny, you will never ever success. You will be disappointed and you will not success. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah God, He gave you something either bad or good. He will see how you will success. If you thank Allah ta'ala, He will give you more and more. You have to follow the orders and go ahead. Think Allah ta'ala, this is the destiny. Don't think this is, if you get disappointed, you will lose. You will not move. What will happen if you get disappointed? You have to work and do the best Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give you.
And there is another question from DTM Murali. What is your goal? What do you want to do something back to the society?
I would like to give them a good ethics and good morals. We are, we have a good beliefs. Everybody here has beliefs, but they don't have a good morals, good ethics. We are losing in our society the ethics. We should emphasize in the ethics while we are speaking in the masjid, while we are teaching the student, while we are teaching our children. We have to give them the ethics. What is the good morals? If we don't have, because this is the place where you will be with Prophet Muhammad, peace upon him, in Jannah. He said, أقربكم إلي مجلسا أحاسنكم أخلاقا. That is the thing. This is my message. I think you have to do the good things and to motivate the others, and you have to have a good morals. If you don't have a good morals, have a good ethics, nobody will like you, nobody will love you, nobody will accept whatever you want. As much as you can, you will not be success if you don't have a good ethics and good morals.
Thank you.
And Toastmaster Rubina. Toastmaster Rubina, do you have a question?
We have a big question from Toastmaster Iman.
Yeah.
Yes, I had a question, but it's already answered now. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Really appreciate for your time, Mr. Dawood, for all the wisdom that you have given us.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
No problem.
Toastmaster Iman, do you have any question?
Yes, first of all, thank you for telling us a huge part of your story. In the end, I would just love to ask you a question. After everything that you went through, do you believe in luck?
Yes, the luck. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave everybody luck, but this is the luck, it's been related with the destiny. So your luck has been with destiny. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He will give you good luck or bad luck, and He will see. This is an exam. Either you are thanking Allah or you will refuse it. So if you said, okay, I'm a good luck. By the way, I'm a fisherman. When I went to the, one day I invite one of my friends, he's from Jordan, and he told me, I'm good luck. I have a good luck. I say, how come? He said, you will see. He's the first one who catch the big fish there. I say, God, Allah. Because he's thinking that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave him this good luck to see, is he gonna thank Allah or not? If he didn't thank Allah ta'ala, it will spoil his life in future wise. So I'm believing in the luck, but I'm relate the luck with the destiny too. Good question, by the way.
Can I say something?
Yes.
I remember when ayah, is it something like that? Maybe I may not read it properly. لَإِن شَكَرْتُمْ لَأَزِيدَنَّكُمْ. So you need to be thankful for everything to increase in your life from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
وَلَنَبْلُوَنَّكُمْ بِالشَّرِّ وَالْخَيْرِ فِتْنَةً. He will give you an example in the good thing or the bad thing, and he will see, are you going to be patient or not? Are you success and you will thanking Allah or not?
Correct. Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing your journey with us. Really, it is an inspirational thing. Actually, we learned so much of thing from your journey. Actually, thank you so much for sharing your journey with us.
I'm thanking Miss Asmaa to let me to present my a very short story about my life that is maybe it motivate somebody, and maybe you guys can give your son or your family this kind of motivation you can go with.
Yatik Alafia, Dr. Dawood.
MashaAllah.
You are really great. Believe me. Even I'm a motivational speaker, but let me tell you, every word which came out of you did not come from your mouth. It came from your heart. You really shared everything openly without anything, no smuggling, no quoting or anything. You are exceptionally great. Believe me, thanks to our Toastmaster Asmaa, our VP Education, for having arranged this one. Believe me, whoever has not attended today's meeting, I am sure they would have lost something, though they can go through the recording. But that feeling of hearing it directly from the horse's mouth, why? As I have mentioned here, you are a blessed son of Almighty.
Thank you. It's my honor, mister. It's my honor. Thank you very well.
You're really great.
Yeah, I have another question for Dr. Dawood. Dr. Dawood, what is your advice on how to get through tough times?
My advice or my recommendation, the human, they have to be patient. They have to be patient whatever he's doing. If he let him to know the good things and work on it and be patient. If you didn't get patient and you don't work, you will not success. If you are not good worker, be patient. Do more and more, step by step, once and once, you will success. Believe me, no work for Allah Ta'ala will not success. Each work that is for Allah Ta'ala, that is min ikhlas lillah Ta'ala, you will get success.
Any questions from anyone?
Yes, Toastmaster Asmaa, how are you? Mr. Al-Gattan speaking.
You're welcome, yeah.
How are you? Fine. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Mr. Dawood and this meeting. I'm one of club friends. I really appreciate what I heard from you. It's a successful story and motivation, and I like what you are doing. Good luck, all the best. Inshallah, step by step, you will be one of the most popular.
Thank you.
And you can say your story.
Thank you.
I have a question. Not many people will know you, but there is a way that people can know you if you can share your experiences in the form of a book. It can at least kindle one person in their life and it can give them a rebirth.
Mr. Murali already he mentioned that by طيار بلا جناح.
قصة كفاح.
That's it. I think so.
You liked it? You like the title? That is Mr. Murali Manohar. I already have this plan, years ago, and I tried to do a good, a book of my story that is under a title of طيار بلا جناح, pilot without a wing. This is, I'm a little bit, famous in the social media, especially in Instagram. I have 40,000 followers in the Instagram. By the way,
wow.
I can't, I can't, walk with my wife in the avenues sometimes because always this is the one who's, this is the Dr. Dawood, this is Dr. Dawood, but I'm still not much, like what you said, I'm not that popular. I have some, what they call it, presented in Kuwait TV, but I have to have a message to work with, so I can present it for the scattered for everybody in the social one. But the time now is getting busy while I'm teaching the student in the college.
Okay, but anyhow, it is a pleasure for us to know you. At least for me, I'm new to this. Great, excellent. You are not a pilot without wings, but you are a pilot with great wings.
Thank you.
Which only people with good vision can understand.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
DTM Muna Al-Aqabi. You can ask Dr. Dawood if you want, or if you want to say anything.
Yes, good evening for everyone, and assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Very grateful to be with you today and listen to this inspired story from Sheikh Dawood. My question is for Sheikh Dawood. Do you have any program for that is for the people who are working in da'wah? Because some people we have, as I am one from Discover Islam from Bahrain, and we have also Voice of Islam, which is related to this association. Now, do you have something program that is can help these people when they come to take their courses in Bahrain from different from the world? Do you have anything that can help them?
Actually, Miss Muna, I don't have this kind of problem. I'm telling you, my schedule is really full. Da'wah, it needs somebody, freeing himself for da'wah. I'm not that man. I'm really. That doesn't mean it is not a good way or a good track to have, because Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, Prophet Muhammad, peace upon him, he said, "Ballighu anni walau ayah." I know, but I have another thing to be specialist on, the governance and teaching the student, which is I have every course of 3 months, I have more than 150 students. I'm teaching them. I have in this, in the mosque. I don't have a time really to just spend it. I think there is some doctors or some specialists in Sharia. They have time to do this kind of things, but in my way, in my personal ways now, I don't have this really.
Okay, thank you so much, Sheikh Dawood, and I wish that you think about it, because it is have also a big ajr.
I know it is ajr everywhere. I know, Muna, I know it's everywhere, but believe me, if I'm in good in this way, I will take it. But the now we have, don't forget, Miss Muna, Islamophobia, by parentheses, just put it in the wall, okay? Put it in the wall. I'm presenting myself as a good man in Islam. Everybody knows me in the Instagram. Everybody knows me in the college, in the education doctors. Everybody knows me in Kuwait, in the financial sectors, in the government's specialist. If I'm doing more and more, now I'm taking index in the governance, which is show us how we apply the governance in Kuwait, this is very important things to know. If I'm leaving this to others, who will be taking this? Da'wah, I know they have a lot of ajrs, they have a lot of mans, they doing da'wah, but what I'm thinking, who's taking the other things specialist? That's my opinion.
Dr. Dawood, I would like to ask you, what is your Instagram account name?
My Instagram title is Bin Isa Bravo India Nancy _ Echo Sugar Alpha. How we like this pronounced, huh? Bravo.
Yeah.
Can you share it in the chat box, please?
I don't know. I don't know.
Asmaa?
I know. I have written. Bombay, India, Navy _ England, sugar, alpha.
Exactly. Let me show you following.
I'm just checking it.
May I say something, please?
I have a question.
Yes,
Can
Yeah. Yeah. We have here Professor Teacher Imaduldeen Amer. Yes.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله.
وعليكم السلام.
دكتور داوود، يعني أحيي حضرتك بشدة ومفيش غير كلمة واحدة تعقيبا على كل اللي اتقال. لقد أخجلت من جاء بعدك. ليس بعد الحلو طبق، وليس بعد ما قيل شيء يقال. فانا مش عارف هقدم فقرتي ازاي بعد الروعه اللي انا شفتها دلوقتي. يعني
من بعدي لا والله ما اتعبت من بعدي، انا تكلمت باللغه الانجليزيه، يعني الحمد لله ما تكلمت بالعربي. يمكن لو متكلم بالعربي يمكن I water your eyes, but I didn't.
No, this is the problem here. We are talking about English, an English session, and your English is very nice, by the way, and it's really embarrassing to talk after you, sir.
No. You will do good more than I do. I did.
Thank you for being with us. I've enjoyed this session very much, and I look forward to more and more of your lectures. I'll take the Instagram. I don't have an Instagram account, but I'll try to have one. Especially for you, Dr. Dawood. Thank you very much.
It is my
Dr. Dawood.
The honor is all mine, sir.
Dr. Dawood, I'm sorry I'm coming in again and again. You will not be left alone. We are going to be troubling you and make sure that we become your wings and you pilot us in our lives also.
You are the whole body. You are not the wings only.
Shukran al-Jasir.
DTM Sahar, do you want to say something? DTM Sahar?
You are muting.
DTM Sahar, you are muted. Can you unmute yourself?
Yeah.
Alain.
So I will ask later, because now is the time of our educational session.
Okay. I'm sorry. I took your time.
No. We would like to sincerely give you a standing ovation.
Thank you. I'm giving you a salute for presenting this, my dear.
And I am very willing to sacrifice my time for Dr. Dawood.
Thank you.
I'm a naval person, so I'm giving you my naval salute.
Mashallah.
So I would like to ask my question now.
Okay. Good.
Dr. Dawood, thank you very much for your session. And I'd like to ask you how to push ourselves to continue our journey to get our aims. Because we reach a point that we say to ourselves, stop, that's enough.
I just mentioned, if you have a good work, be patient and work on it. This is first of all. Second thing, if you're saying there's a lot of pressure, a lot of things to do, dua Allah tabaraka ta'ala will help you. Believe me. If you call Allah tabaraka ta'ala, He will give you the strength. He will give you the power to continue whatever you have to do. Be patient if you are doing things. At the beginning, when you started, you said this, and this is a good thing. And it will give a good, effect in future. So be patient. You will be going, like, the diagrams, it's go down, and after that will go up. So this is the diagram, it will coming up. Be patient, continue, dua Allah tabarak ta'ala, and you will success, and you will reach the point you are going to.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Dawood bin Issa. We are very happy to have you with us, and we hope you can join us in our next meetings. Thank you for accepting our invitation and gracing our meetings.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
and wish you best life and wish you good luck in the group and what you are looking for. And have a good night, and we'll see you next.
I had a small question. If I could get a chance, my hands is raised.
Yeah, yeah, Jumana.
Go ahead.
Okay, you managed to balance the time and your work between the family, your family, and your life. And how what advice would you give on that? Because sometimes we want to reach, and then family support is not there, so it becomes really difficult for.
To be honest with you, my wife, she's complaining sometimes, but you know, there is a way you can, you know, excuse yourself, and you give her something that is, you know, let her. If you show the others what you are doing and what is the effect you will do in the future wise, they will excuse you. I know nobody will not have a problem in his life. Don't think that is my life is just very smooth. No, 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 no. I'm just presenting the good thing I have. My wife, she's now, I'm telling you, you know, we have time for walking now while we are talking. Because we have time from 8 to 9, and she's got upset why you took my time, because this is the time for walking. We have to walk later. You have to, you know, manage it by, you know, as much as you push, and they will push. You lose, and they will, you know, they will lose. So it's, you know, it's kind of thing is, you know, giving and, you know, take, giving, take, and you will get. It's not very easy, by the way.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much, Dr. Dawood. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Asmaa. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
عليكم السلام ورحمة
عليكم
الله.
السلام ورحمة الله.
جزاكم الله.
السلام ورحمة الله.
عليكم السلام.
Now, the next part of our meeting is an educational session workshop. For this, we have the professor, teacher Imaduldeen Amer to conduct the session. Please help me welcome Professor Teacher Imaduldeen Amer.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Peace and blessings of
وعليكم
Allah
السلام ورحمة الله.
be upon you. It's a little bit tough to do this session after what we have heard from Dr. Dawood. I think it has been a very inspiring and a very satisfactory session by a special guest who gave us a lot of motivation and a big part of hope in life. But let's concentrate on what we have in our hands today. I have something for you. Maybe it's, I don't know if you can see the screen.
Yes. Hello, everybody.
Yes. Hello. Okay. Hello, everybody. That's it. Okay. Now, for those who speak English fluently, it's not a problem to tackle this subject of today, but we are talking to those who do not speak English as a second language or a native speaker. We are talking to the Arabs who are dealing with English as a native, as a foreign language. And today's session is about direct and indirect questions. Okay, of course you have a question and you ask it directly to someone to get a piece of information. Questions are always about information. Okay, so if you have a question like this one, what time is it? It's a direct question about time, but sometimes it's embarrassing to ask someone whom you don't know, or someone who is a stranger in the street or something. And so you need to be a little bit more decent, more polite, or more formal. And this is why we use indirect questions. So the aim or the purpose of indirect questions is to be a little bit polite, a little bit more formal. Okay? And now this is a more decent way to ask the same question. Now, look at this question here and look at this one. which one do you think is the right form of a question when you have the indirect question? I cannot see the screen because the slides are covering all my screen. So if you have an answer, just give it directly, please. So which one is the correct form of a question? Will you tell me what time is it, or will you tell me what time it is? So it is, yes, thank you. This is the correct form of a question when you have an indirect question, because you have two questions in one. The first one is, will you tell me? And the second one, what time it is? So the second one is not a question, it's a statement. So you change it into it is, it's not, is it? Now, an indirect question is a question embedded inside another sentence. So we have question in a sentence. Now we have different ways to form an indirect question. Let's take, for example, this one here. Okay, where does she play? I cannot see the rest. Yes, where does she play tennis? Now, how can we change this into an indirect question? Let's see the first part. Now, this is one of the ways to ask an indirect question. Can you tell me? Okay, now we need to form the rest of the question. Now, how can we do it? Where does she? Yes. Where? Yes.
Where she plays tennis.
Yes. Can you tell me where she plays tennis? And the question mark is still there. It's a question, but in an indirect way. Okay. So one of the ways is to use, can you tell me? Now let's have another example. Now, does he live in Paris? We're talking about someone, X or O, living in Paris. Does he? This is a yes or no question. And we have, do you know if? With yes, no questions, we use the word if as a linking word between the two parts of the question, the first part and the second, which is a statement. So, do you know if? And if you have a completion, can you complete the question, please? I'm sorry again, I cannot see your names.
You know if he lives in Paris?
Yes. Do you know? Yes, go please.
If he lives in Paris?
Do you know if he live in Paris? There is something a little bit small thing missing here.
Do you know lives in no?
Yes. Do you know if he lives
in Paris?
Because does affects the verb. Does affects the verb. Okay. So do you know if he lives in Paris? And this is another way to ask the question. Let's take another example. We have more and more examples coming. Is she hungry? Now you are asking your husband or your wife, is the baby hungry? Is she hungry? Now, do you have any idea? This is another way of asking that indirect question. Do you have any idea if an answer, if
she's hungry?
She is hungry. Very good. I have a good class of perfect students here. Okay. Do you have any idea if she is hungry? Okay. This is very good. We are going very well. Now, this is another way. Do you have any idea if, or do you have any idea? And the question word what or why or whatever. Okay. One more example. What is this? It's a very simple question. I wonder. This is another way to form an indirect question. I wonder.
What this is?
What this is. A good answer. لاحظوا هنا. Take care. There is no question mark because I wonder is not a question. Okay. I wonder what this is. This is not a question. It's an exclamatory sentence. Okay. Next, we have a question. Do they work in Canada? And we have another way to start an indirect question. Will you tell me if?
If they work in Canada.
Yeah, that's a very good one. If they work in Canada, and you still have the question mark because it's still a question. Okay, let's go to number 6. We have this. Yes, a little bit long question. When do John and Luke meet? And could you tell me?
When John and Luke meet.
Yes, that's a good one. When John and Luke meet. All right, let's go to the next one. We are going very well here. When is the party? And will you be kind enough to tell me? It's a very long sentence, but it's okay. It's more decent and more polite. Will you be kind enough to tell me?
When the party is?
Oh, we have a naughty student here who is answering all the questions. We have when the party is. And I think this is the last question. Do they often go out? And do you know if they
Go out often?
They go out often or go often out? It's almost the same. They often go out. Well, this is, I think,
I'm another naughty boy.
No, you are not. You are such a decent guy and a very beloved one. I'm open for any question if you have any.
Will you please, I want to ask, how can we use these sentences?
Meaning?
How can we think about using these sentences? By practice or how, I don't know.
Yes, it's a matter of practice after all, because the more you practice and the more you pay attention to grammar, and by the way, many people make the same mistake, using a question in the form of a question in the second part. As you can see, or you have noticed that we changed the second part, which is the main question, into a statement. Many people do this mistake. They make the question, the indirect question, and use the same question in the above part in the question they use indirectly, but in the question form. Meaning, for example, do you know what time is it? This is a wrong form, okay? So do you know is a question. You cannot use a second part as a question. You have to use a statement, a jumla, عادية, okay? So using this rule is very simple with practice, and it's in fact it's a very common way to express exclamations or questions in a decent or a polite way, but it needs practice. Everything in language needs practice, but it's not that difficult. If you take the time to do it once or twice, it will be okay.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you. If you have any other questions, I'm here. And I'd like to thank you very much for having me. I hope for more and more meetings of this kind. See you in the future. Thank you very much.
Thank you
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Professor.
It's really
Thank you so
amazing
much.
always when you bring a workshop. It's really, it attracts me, you know. I really like to attend. I like to see what is it. And thank you really so much for that.
You are most welcome, and I'm all here for you anytime and under any circumstances.
I want to say something.
Yes, please.
Dr. Imaduldeen, I wanted to tell you that you thought that your session would not be so much interest, creating that interest like Dr. Dawood. But let me tell you, that is one interest and this is another interest. And you are no way lesser than Dr. Dawood's speech because it was equally important. We thank you very much.
I'd like to thank you very much for this compliment. It's a very nice way to express this compliment to me. It's very kind of you. Thank you very much. But I think Dr. Dawood has covered
It's
a lot
a different
of...
level.
It's a different...
You was flying and you are doing the groundwork. You was doing the piloting work.
Thank you very much. This is a very nice way to let's paint the picture here.
No, really, it was a good session.
Thank you very much. It's very nice of you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Professor Imaduldeen.
Thank you.
Now our next part of of our meeting is impromptu speech or table topic. For this, we have Toastmaster Jumana to conduct the session. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Jumana.
Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Assalamu wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
I will be taking this table topic session. It's an impromptu speaking. So when there is a subject, you need to immediately, what comes in your mind, you need to speak about it. We have a timer here. Timer, can you please tell us what will be the timings for the table topics?
Okay, Toastmaster Jumana. Please, the time limit from 1 minute to 2 minutes. After 1 minute, I show green card. After 1.5 minutes, I show a yellow card. After 2 minutes, I show a red card with 30 seconds grace period.
Okay, thank you very much. For this, I need some volunteers. Who would like to come forward?
DTM Mona Alok. We want her to be the first speaker.
DTM Mona, are you ready?
DTM Mona, Mojud? She is.
Yes, are you calling me?
Yes, we are calling you.
Hi, brother Murali, how are you?
I'm fine, great.
Yes, is it a table topics session? Or?
Yes, you are the first table topics.
Okay. Good try.
Okay, I would like to ask you, what is the meaning of peace to you? Shumana salam, sah? Salam is peace, sah?
Yes.
Okay, Shumana salam. Can you tell in English so we can understand what is it?
Peace is the thing that you feel inside yourself. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, good evening to you all.
Evening.
In Islam, our greeting is always, we wish salam for everyone, peace, which is very important in our life. When you have peace in with yourself first, started with yourself first. When you have a peace with yourself, you imagine how much your feeling will be and how much happiness you will live. I believe that peace starts from someone. It started with someone from himself first, and then he can spread it to the ones around him. Either they are his families, his friends, or even the colleagues that he is working with. By peace, you can live happy and satisfy yourself by whatever God gave to you. You will be happy.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Actually, it is very true. The inner peace is very important for life. Thank you very much for sharing that with us, Ms. Mona.
You are muted, Jumana, Toastmaster Jumana.
Okay, sorry. Who's next now? Who would like to try?
Rubina Sheikh.
Okay, cool, Rubina.
Please excuse me for my camera because actually it's a family scheduled day. So excuse me, I'm going to have it without my camera.
Okay, no issues.
No.
Really appreciate it.
I'm sorry, but this is the Zoom and the problem with Zoom. Can I proceed, or is it Just my time is finished.
Oh, sorry, I thought you finished already.
No, because it's okay. Just I was going to share a story with you, but it's okay. Let me
you can share, Mona. You are very special to us.
Thank you, brother. Now, when I was in my childhood, I'm still young actually, but when I was in my childhood, I was always thinking why we are Muslim are always greeting others with peace.
It's not to microwave, it's burning.
But they said they can do it. You can have to take a saucer, Mama.
But it's okay. How do you do that?
Live your life and you will accept everything. By this, I would like to ask everyone to feel peace with himself first and then spread it around himself, around the people. And by this, I will say back to you, Toastmaster Jumana.
Thank you very much, Ms. Mona. Actually, we could not hear your story because I think you had an internet issue, but the inner peace which you said is amazing. It's very true. You need to have inner peace first. Rubina, TM Rubina.
Yes.
Are you?
Yes, I'm ready.
If your life was a novel, what would be the, if your life was a novel, what would be the title and how would you end your story? How would your story end? You want me to repeat?
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, everyone. I wish blessings and peace to each and every one of you. Well, if my life would have been a novel, which I don't think it would ever be, because each morning I wake up and I think I should start at this age, I should start writing about my experiences that I had, which were very, very enlightening as a child, as an adult, as a youth, as a mother, as a wife, as a sister-in-law. All the time, I feel I have lived my life very, very fruitfully, very abundantly, and I'm very, very satisfied about my life. Each day, I think I want to write a novel about myself. Okay, but every time my life takes a new turn, and I am so thankful to Allah for the new turn that comes and happens in my life. And then it is again the new hustle bustle and new sorting after and new looking into it and new working hard for it, and then it's a new story altogether. So my life is going to be a huge bundle of stories, rather short stories, and not one novel, and it's never going to end. It will just say that Rubina continued to live in heaven, inshallah, ever after. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Inshallah.
Inshallah. Let all of us live in heaven, inshallah.
Yes. Ameen ya Rab.
Inshallah.
Okay. Who would like to try?
Asmaa.
I think we have time for only one participant.
Okay, I will do.
Yeah.
If I could grant you one wish, what would you wish for?
Excellent. Dr. Dawood today instigated a great session, and I am a different person. This question, if you had asked me in the beginning of the session before Dr. Dawood, I would have asked you so many boons. But the thing is, now I can say confidently, thanks to Iman, I have mastered over all the difficult situations in life. At one time, 4 years back, I have lost more than $200,000, and I know my situation was very pathetic. But having overcome so many obstacles, as I know I'm a special person, a unique person created by the Lord. So whatever wish you give me, I would love to take it, but I know I'm destined for something special. I will overcome on my own with my own perseverance, and I, by the mastery skills I have gone through in these 4 years of or 6 years of my time. But let me tell you, each day of this have been a real learning experience, rather than I have never felt that I lost, and I have never wept till date. I know one day is my day. That day is not far away, because I can see it within my vision. You can see my background also. I have very wide opportunity or and oh,
I think we lost him.
Yep.
He disconnected.
Yeah, I think. Okay. So with this, I end the session. It was really amazing session. I really enjoyed everybody's views on the topics. Thank you so much, everybody, for taking part. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
TMOD.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster, Jumana. It was really very interesting topics. Now, our timer, would you please present your report, and are all participants qualified or not? Our timer.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Asmaa Al-Enezi, all participants at the time.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Now, the last part of tonight's meeting is general evaluation segment. For this, we have DTM Murali Manohar to conduct the segment. Please help me welcome DTM Murali Manohar. But before we begin, I request the timer to call out the timing for this segment.
okay. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Asmaa. As in this section, we have only one evaluator, so the timer will know that it is 2 to 3 minutes. After 2 minutes, green. After 2 minutes, 30 seconds, yellow. And 3 minutes, it's red. But we have only one evaluator, that is the Grammarian and Ah-counter. So may I request the mastery of grammar, Her Royal Highness Toastmaster Iman Kanso, to give our report.
Thank you so much, General Evaluator Toastmaster Murali. It's great to be here again at the end of this virtual meeting. Would you like me to start first with my grammarian or a counter report?
Grammarian.
All right, let's start. There was, by our keynote speakers, a lot of points to catch on, especially when we're talking about the past tense. For example, we do not say they reject my friend if it's something that happened in the past. We say they rejected. And for example, we do not also say they accept me if we are talking about the past, because I would like some help from the audience. What would you say if it was in the past? They accept me. How do we change it?
Accepted.
They accepted me. Thank you. I graduate. In the past.
Graduated.
Very good. There is also another point that I noticed, which was whenever he asks for it. Is it ask or asks for it?
He asks.
Exactly. This is the one point also of subject verb agreement. There is also a phrase that was said. The speaker was trying to say that there was someone who said, "I'm scared about you." And the phrase that was actually said was, "I'm afraid for you," which was a little bit misleading in the presentation. We don't say "I got married with my wife." We say "I got married to my wife." Another thing, which is singular and plural. Do you know the articles of English? We have 3 articles, and the. And they are used only before singular nouns. So if we want to say interesting topics, then we do not put an article. If we want to say it was a really interesting, then we would say topic or segment, but we cannot say a really interesting topics. For the great part of the grammarian segment, I've mentioned already great sentences that were said by the keynote speakers. There's another thing that I would love to highlight. If you get disappointed, if you get, what is that? If you get disappointed, you won't move. Lived my life very fruitfully. I am a gifted person by the Lord. I think that was your sentence, right? These are some good vibes sentences. I love them. Thank you so much for using the word of the day in a different form, which is mastered. That's a verb, but the word of the day is mastery. It's not a verb. And for the Ah-counter report, I lost count by the keynote speaker because there were a lot of questions. And for the educational presenter, there was a lot of so as a filler word. So and. These were the filler words. Thank you all so much for listening to this report, and I hope to see a better paper in the next meeting. Thank you so much, and back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you very much, our grammarian. Excellent. Now that I'm going to be evaluating the meeting from the beginning, believe me, we were on the dot. 7 o'clock we started our meeting, and before the meeting, we had a great one-to-one session where we had interacted with everyone. That was a great moment. And what to say about Dr. Dawood's session? It was a masterpiece, excellent one. And we really learned something, how to cope up during very bad situation, because Lord Almighty has got some different plan for us. That is why things have happened to us. So we should not ask the Lord, why me? Why not me was the best thing. And we thank our Toastmaster of the day, Asmaa, for organizing this meeting with Dr. Dawood. Our congratulations to our TMOD. Secondly, our TMOD has also got another session, another great learned man, Dr. Imaduldeen Amer, who, when Dr. Dawood was talking directly and Dr. Imaduldeen was talking indirectly, and making sure that both the direct and indirect, they meet in the ground, and you can take off and fly to the skies with wings, sometimes without wings also. So overall, we had a great session, 2 education session. What to say about our great table topics master, Jumana? Jumana, can you open your video? And I want to know from where you get these ideas. Very good idea. Excellent topics. And I was so happy to meet my sister from Bahrain, who flew in at the right in time. DTM Mona. Belated Women's Day wishes to everybody, and especially to my sister, DTM Mona. Finally, our grammarian Ah-counter did a great job. but our meeting could not have come to this situation but for that DTM, what's his name, Hussain, who did a great job as a timer. Thank you very much. Shukran, our timer, DTM Mohammed Hassan. Everybody did a great job. Every speaker in the table topics spoke very well. I felt that I could have completed my speech in time, but due to internet, I left it for you to imagine what I wanted to say. Overall, the meeting was very good. I'm very happy, thankful to our Chief of Education, Our Royal Highness DTM Sahar Alwardaji, for having brought me, even though I was not ready to come. She brought me into this today's meeting. Believe me, if I have not come, I would have missed two sessions. One is Dr. Dawood and Dr. Imaduldeen. Great meeting. I have nothing to say except one thing, that if we had 20 odd members, they would have enjoyed each and every word given by Dr. Dawood. Their life could be something different, because you don't know from where an idea can change. An idea can really change everyone's life if you know how to follow these 5 steps given by our grammarian and the 6th step added by me at the end. Excellent meeting. I have nothing to say more about anything about this meeting. Over to you, our most dearest and proactive coach of our club, Toastmaster Asmaa Al-Enezi.
Thank you
Over
so
to you.
much. Thank you so much, DTM Murali. DTM Sahar Alwardaji. Do we have any ball or? Okay.
We have our next meeting will be on 23rd of March, inshallah.
Yeah.
I have something to say.
Yeah, go ahead, please.
We are all from the Division E, and we have the Division E contest on 19th March, Friday, from Sa Tamanya Sabah, from morning 8 o'clock in the morning. Please come and attend. I am going to be your event chair, and we are going to, all of us Division E members, please come and encourage our members who are going to be participating in the division contest. And we request our DTM Mona also to fly. We will send her a special Zoom ticket so that she can fly without paying any money.
Also on 20th March, there will be a contest of
Arabic.
Also Division E in Arabic. And I will be the event chair, inshallah. So
yes,
all you will come and invite you.
Ahlan wa sahlan.
Thank you.
Over to
Thank
you.
you so much. Thank you so much. True strength is not in success. It is in keep trying, in keeping trying, for victory is in the try. You fall, keep trying. This is the victory. Now I hand over the control to the president.
Thank you very much, our Toastmaster of the day. Thank you for everyone, for every member came here and attended the meeting. Thank you, our coaches, Toastmasters Iman and Toastmasters Asmaa. Thank you, Toastmaster Asmaa, for organizing the keynote speakers, the keynote speaker and his speech. Thank you for our visitors today and our guest, Toastmaster DTM Mona Laqab. Will you please, DTM Mona Laqab, open your mic and give us what your opinion about our meeting today?
Good evening again, and I will say this is a fabulous, amazing, well organized, and even the guests you have and the parts that you shared, the inspiring story from Sheikh Dawood, it's really affected, I believe, everyone. And we all are thinking now and really planning our yeah, and we are replanning what we are going to do next. And from also, I cannot remember his name. Is it? Can you someone remind me with the second guest, please?
Imaduldeen Amer, his name is
Yes,
here.
yes, Dr. Imad also, he done an amazing job that he touched even the grammars that we always, for me, it's a problem, a big problem for me. But today I just learned something very easy that I can have it and practice on these kind of keys that he gave us. And by this, I think I can improve myself. Toastmaster Sahar and the EXOM of this club, you are doing an amazing job. Thank you so much for your invitation to DTM Sahar, and hope that I can join you again and again. And thank you also Toastmaster DTM Murali for your kind words, and hope that this club will continue their success. Back to you, DTM Sahar.
Thank you very much, DTM Jumana Akbar, for your attending and your joining us for this meeting. And we have next week on Tuesday another English educational session. If you'd like to attend also, it's for Professor Imaduldeen Amer also. Thank you for coming, and thank you very much for this organizing this meeting. Thank you, Toastmaster Asmaa Al-Enezi. Thank you, Toastmaster Mahmoud Hassan, DTM Mahmoud Hassan, DTM Murali, Toastmaster Rubina, and our guest, Professor Imaduldeen Amer, and also Sheikh Issa. Thank you very much, and see you again, inshallah, next meetings. Assalamu alaikum.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته. نلقاكم على خير دائما يا رب.
إن شاء الله. DTM Murali, you are muted. We can't hear you.
DTM Mona, are you there?
Yes, almost to leave, but I just was away from my phone.
Okay, I sent you a message in the Zoom group. I want you to respond to me in WhatsApp if possible.
The chat, you mean?
Yes, yes, in the chat.
Yeah, okay. Tuesday and beyond. Oh my God, I'm not sure about this because I'm really very crowded these days. I have 2 courses that I'm working on, and also the DTAC. And I will confirm with the Toastmaster Sahar in let us say 2 days. If you can give me this.
No. This is my Timer Talkers Club.
Oh, this is something from
Timer Talker. Yeah,
this is
yeah, that is a Saturday, Tuesday we meet Timer Talkers. We are doing next week for the Women's Day program.
Is there any guest?
Yeah.
A gift for me or no?
Yeah, there is a gift for you. Free Zoom meeting. Balash, Yani. Balash. We are every meeting we bring some general evaluator from some other club. So if you are available, I can arrange. That will be the very good for us. DTM Sahar Alwardaji is always busy on every Tuesday. Otherwise, she's always there to support us.
Thank you very much.
Yes. Just give me to confirm with the, I don't know whether you have the same Murali or you change it.
Same. I have not changed, and my mobile has not changed.
Okay. Let me check and my schedule, and I will let you know, please. Okay?
Ahlan.
What time is it? What time is it, Murali?
Same, 7 to 9. Timer Talkers. Timer Talkers. I will call you on your mobile sometime. Okay, I think you have some issue. We will talk over the WhatsApp.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Take care. Good night. Good night, Sahar.